Welcome to the great purging. Just deal with it. Yo. Yo, crypto nation and mining family. What's going on? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Hope everybody's having a great week. It is hump day. Yeah. That's what's up. Smash that lizardy like button. It's hump day. What is going on, everybody? What is up? It doesn't look like I got, I don't know if YouTube is not showing me everything right or if there's nobody here, but drop some FAs in the chat if you are alive and breathing, guys. Yo, what is going on? So, guys, we get to rant and rave here for a little bit. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait until I see some people in here before I really just kick the show off. Really. Yeah, because I've got a lot on my mind, and I don't want to just talk to myself. I'm just saying. So, is anybody gonna be here? FA in the chat if you are here, guys. Man, nobody here today. Man, I'm just gonna have to start the show without everybody here, and they're just gonna have to catch up on the backside of all of this. All right, guys. I know a lot of you guys are probably at work and such. That's okay. That is a-okay. So we're just gonna jump right on into it, guys. So we all should know by this point. And if you're new here, I will catch you up very quickly here. It's like if you're new to the whole crypto space, FTX is an crypto exchange. It just went belly up with a financial institution behind them that also went belly up. There's a lot of scamming and fraud going on, and the contagion just kind of leaches out everywhere. And I don't think that FTX was really alone with all of this. There was a lot of players involved with all of this crap that had a big hand to play in all of this. I mean, Sam Bankman-Fried would like you to want you to think of this, which FTX hacker reportedly transferred a portion of stolen funds to OKX exchange after using a Bitcoin mixer. Okay. If I use the Bitcoin mixer, how the fuck are you tracking that shit afterwards? I would love to know. I mean, unless it's like they were stupid enough to do it all in one big transaction, and all I have to do is just look at the inputs and outputs of things. Okay, maybe the hacker was, how can I put it, like sloppy. Sloppy or lazy, or both. After that just more looks like you knew where to look right at the right time, probably because you probably knew who did it. That would be my conspiracy theory behind it all. Is that the hack was an inside job? They were trying to sit there and move funds around, but if they could sit there and now go, oh look, I'm not sure how this is going to work out for. It just seems fishy in my opinion on how this is coming up. And the hackers who drained the FTX for over 450 million worth of assets. It's like 450 million. Okay, there was billions. Those numbers that are followed up with a B, where did that go? You're trying to claim bankruptcy over $450 million on a multi-billion-dollar business. The math doesn't add up. Of course, none of this does, because they like to use simple math, and even the simple math here doesn't add up. I don't think that the users had just $450 million worth of assets collateralized with them. That would be my conspiracy theory for that aspect, but there is contagion that comes along with this, guys. So I trying to keep an eye on some of this stuff, because like it's gonna tell you where the market is kind of leaning to. Now, a lot of the stuff we're gonna start seeing like some other like little fringe areas, some smaller areas. So here we got Genesis Crypto Brokerage. They're a U.S. company here, right? The firm is seeking a $1 billion bailout investment, and that bankruptcy is inevitable if a bailout cannot be secured. Genesis creditors are in discussion with law firms as we speak on this one too. So the embattled crypto brokerage Genesis is pulling out all the stops and exploring all options. That that's lawyer talk right there. That means absolutely nothing. Creditors are joining forces with liquidation and restructuring lawyers in efforts to keep the firm afloat. Now, there are different levels of bankruptcy. There are ones where basically they sell the company as is, new management comes in and resumes everything. And then there's and that would be more of an acquisition more than a filing for bankruptcy. Yo, what up, Crypto Crag? So basically, we're going to be seeing more of these companies here, having a lot more of these issues. So they have they have suspended withdrawals, of course, because they are basically going to be filing for bankruptcy. The creditor groups are seeking to avoid the situation that sank FTX International earlier this month. It's funny that they put that particular footnote in with Genesis Mining. For shizzle my nizzle, yo, what's up? So it looks like this. Just remember that they put in FTX. Kind of remember that. Just kind of remember. Now you sit there and you start digging around on things, right? And as you dig around, you start finding the rabbit hole of where more issues may lie. And sure as shit, that's basically what I did. So Genesis creditors are working with restructuring lawyers. That's lawyer talk. Now, this is from Woo Blockchain. If you haven't checked them out on Twitter, if you're on Twitter, I'm not. I used to follow him on Twitter whenever I was on there. Woo Blockchain. He kind of just puts out like right about at the time that the news breaks. He's got all this stuff in there. So he was kind of like one of the places that I would confirm with, because like this guy, I don't know if that's like a group of people or whatnot, but Woo Blockchain usually has pretty up to date information out, which pretty nice. But they pulled up the Bloomberg article that Genesis has previously told its potential investors that they may file for bankruptcy if it cannot raise another $500 million. Yeah. So now it's up to the report noted that Genesis had around $2.8 billion in outstanding loans on its balance sheet. Almost a third of that was made to related entities, including the parent company Digital Currency Group. So that's where I started digging into. So you start looking at, you go over to Genesis stuff. Now this isn't Genesis Mining, guys. Okay, not the same people. So this is like a little trading company, right? This is what they're saying that they've got here. you come down here, you see Digital Currency Group, Grayscale. I mean there's a reason why these are all Foundry, CoinDesk, Luno. There's a reason why it's being listed here. These are some of the things that are on their balance sheets. Digital Currency Group being the parent company, all the stuff's on the balance sheets. Get your shit the fuck out of there if you ain't got it out of there already. They're about to implode. And when you go over to the Digital Currency Group, the parent company of all of this stuff, right? And you see that they're, Genesis, there's them, Grayscale, Foundry, Luno, Trade Block, CoinDesk. Let's look at their portfolio. They have to make this shit public. They have to be able to say what's on their shit. They got Abra. Let's keep going down. Avante Bank, one of the first crypto native banks. Anything that's a bank, we already know that's scam. Let's keep going down. We got Big Time Studios. It's people sitting on their computer making NFTs. Okay. Keep going down. Let's see here. We got BitGo. That's not a good sign. I know of them. BitPay is on their portfolio, so that's not good. People using BitPay got to be careful now. Let's see here. Blockchain, Blockstack, Blockstream. So that's not really good if one of the creditors to Blockstream goes belly up. I wonder how big of a position. Does this show a position size? Nope. That don't show a position size. It's just part of their portfolio. They're not saying how much of it. Hopefully they don't have a whole lot of Blockstream. I'd hate to see Blockstream have an issue because of fallout from this. Brave Browser. BTCC acquired. They have full ownership of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies in Shanghai, China. Well, let's keep going down. Oh! What do we have here? Fucking Circle. We got Civic, Contingito, Coinbase. Yo, Coinbase is on the balance sheets. CoinDesk. I only briefly fucking looked through this, guys. So you're kind of seeing some of my reaction in real time. CoinList. Coinmetrics. Oh, wow. I don't know coins. Coinsetter acquired out of New York. Let's see here. Decentraland. They have Decentraland on their balance sheets. Let's see here. Etherscan is on their balance. eToro is on their balance. Fireblocks is on here. Let's see. FTX, guys. FTX is on the balance sheet here. Yeah, I hope you have nothing in there right now. I really do hope you have absolutely nothing in there. Let's see here. We got Genesis is on there. Grayscale is on there. Let's see. Kraken is on here. Oh, shit. Good, my man. Good, my man. So Kraken's on here. So if anybody's using Kraken, you best kind of pull. I think this is a point where we have to fucking sit there and actually make sure you're not leaving anything on any exchanges. This could be a purging event of exchanges that have been basically insolvent for a long time. I think we're about to find out what exchanges have been stealing people's funds. Oh man, I hope you I wouldn't. Crypto.com's next. I'm telling you. Crypto.com is going to be next, guys. I think that's like. So, layer 1, Ledger's on their books. Lightning Network. Now, the Lightning Network, this is a very centralized company that gives Lightning Network solutions. So, this isn't quote unquote ownership of the Lightning Network. No, it's just they're a Lightning Network solutions company. So they help companies try to integrate Lightning Network in with their online platforms. Lolly, Luno is a completely acquired. This one looks like more of like a bit like maybe an exchange, maybe. Some of this stuff just doesn't, I don't know what the hell some of these companies are without like actually an NFT bank. Manage your NFT portfolio wisely. What the hell? Octopus Network. That's a shitcoin. That's a shitcoin right there. They have a shitcoin on their balance sheet right here. Let's see here. Pawn5, non-standard asset marketplace. What the hell is this? These things look like they're fucking worthless. Oh, they got Ripple on here. Another shitcoin that's crashing and burning. You see this here? Ripple. Let's see here. This looks like they got a whole bunch of just garbage on their balance sheet. Another fucking shit coin, Uno coin. That's another shit coin. Zabo acquired. What the fuck is this? Connect crypto accounts to apps. Zcash, another shitcoin. It's like, yeah, this is why you cannot be leaving your stuff on third-party exchanges. Don't ever do that, guys. It's like, I don't blame the customer, a lot of the customers, especially if they don't know better. They're lured in by marketing. That's what these marketing teams are all about. All these shit coins, all the same way. It's a marketing team to try to induce hype that makes you think that there's a perceived value into it so that you can be a sucker in the room that picks it up. As their early investors, which they all have, get dumped on the market. The early investors are basically dumping onto the market to you at what they are now making market value. Right, and it's like the same way with all these yields. Yield farming. Where are you getting the value from? At the end of the day, where was that value coming from? It was coming from new users coming in and dropping their money into the Ponzi scheme. That's the only way DeFi fucking works, is that it takes new users to put money in so that the old users can play. And then those new users need new users to come in on the backside of them. And who's marketing it for these people? You get online personalities, which I fucking cannot stand when I see one starting to do it. Like, I see such a transition because they get allured with a little bit of money. Oh, we'll pay for stuff. No, I don't give a shit about that. That's why I don't get fucking sponsors from any of these places, because like I will call them out on their garbage if I smell it. If it smells like shit, looks like shit, it is shit. And when you're talking about being able to give yield back, and APY, a return on your investment in some way, shape, or form, right? The only way that happens in the real world, not the scam world, but the real world, is that either I make a product, I sell a service, or I do a lending structure. These are your three ways of really producing value. You're either building something, selling a service, or you're loaning out money for economic growth. Only three ways. What they did in all of this stuff is you have these places like, BlockFi and all them going, hey, you store your money in with us and we'll give you a cut. Now they give you this like spiel that, oh, we're loaning it out. This is how you're getting your we're cutting the bank out of the situation, and the bank is taking in this much interest, and we'll give you a cut because we're decentralizing this, and now you become one of the investors, so you get privy to this exclusive little pie, right? Now they were taking your fucking money, and they were going over onto the shitcoin market and fucking going gambling. And basically, as the market crashed, yeah, they had the same amount of coin, but now they didn't have enough to be able to buy back in the Bitcoin so that they can give you, the user, the correct amount of Satoshis now. Now they're short Satoshis by a lot. And we see a bigger like cycles of like scams coming in and coming and going. But now it looked like all these places were the market makers for the DeFi market. You guys being able to make a little bit of money on DeFi, if you guys were participating in that fucking shitcoin casino, you were basically getting money from these whales. Congratulations. I really, at that point, if you were able to make money, but if you lost money at the end, that was those whales going yoink, and you were left as the bag holder. Because you cannot keep a Ponzi scheme going. You've got to keep an influx of new people with new money coming in at all times. You cannot get 250% APY. That does not exist anywhere in the galaxy. So it's like we need to be able to, it's like if any of you got fucked over in any of these little deals, I'm not going to sit there. I feel bad for you. I feel as if the marketing scammed you, and anybody any of the influencers on YouTube that was directing you towards these places were also fucking scamming you for $1 so that they can make money. And both parties are in the wrong. That's why I hold back on trying to go, yeah, use this. Yeah, check this out. I tell people, hey, play with it at your own fucking risk. Do not leave shit there that you're not willing to lose. And there's a lot of people that lost a significant amount of money in this. And some of those people were influencers. And those influencers should have fucking known better. And if not, this is the burn notice that they needed on themselves to fucking make them open up their eyes. Stop playing in the shitcoin casino. There is no APY here. Unless they are selling a service or a product, there is no way that they can generate new income without having new buyers. Does not happen. And you see people chasing this in the traditional stock market too. People getting involved with penny stocks because they're poor fucking investors, and they look at what they can afford. And the first thing that you fucking look at when you're going into an investment vehicle, the only thing that you see that you can afford a lot of really quickly is going into the casino. If you don't go into the casino, you're not getting a whole lot of it. Your matured markets, it's going to be expensive to buy in. It's just a fact. A good mature market, it's expensive. An immature market with a lot of volatility is cheap, high risk, potential high reward. But you got to do your due diligence on those companies. Are they producing a product? I don't give a shit about a niche market. I'm tired of hearing people, it does this, it does this. You're talking one fucking thing. What would my mom want for that? How is it going to help her? How about my little brother? He's younger than me. I'm 10, about 9-ish and a half years older than my baby brother, right? What does he need that coin for? How is this going to improve my baby brother's life? Its fucking short answer is nothing. It's speculative. It's a new way to code something. Cool. Play with your little experiment, but know that it's not necessary to have the tokenomics behind it. None of these fucking platforms need these tokenomics really behind it. You're basically what they're doing is they're incentivizing other people to fork up the hardware cost. That's all it's doing. And when they do that, it basically inflates the supply on it. It's not like you're sitting here and talking about Bitcoin itself, where the network itself is stored in the Bitcoin node, which is your wallet. The hardware is just security. You're paying for security, not for somebody to run the network for you. You know, like, let's take for instance, like Filecoin, all those hard drive things, hard drive coins. These are also they're trying to incentivize you to run the hardware that they're not willing to sit there and pay for, while they try to figure out if they can sell this service. I give that one a little bit more leeway because they're trying to actually sell a service. But is the tokenomics really needed behind it? I would say yes, only because they are trying to incentivize you to run the network for them. It cuts cost on their end and makes them more profitable if they can sell the service. You will not make more money than them, period. They are not splitting any of this money with you. And the token almost has nothing to do with how the company's operating on the other end. I almost say the same thing with the Zelcore wallet, right? It doesn't need it. It doesn't need to be running on blockchain. That thing does not need the tokenomics behind it. It should be, because they're running. They should be on their own. They should be making their own thing. It's a software wallet. They can integrate their own way, but I understand what they're doing, and I can get behind the company a little bit better because at least they have a product, and people do pay for the perks of the wallet. So I mean, like, I can kind of get behind it, but again, it's more niche. But I can sit there and tell if my mom's decided to get into Bitcoin, I can sit there and tell her, oh yeah, just download the Zelcore wallet. You're good to go. You know what I'm saying? I can do that, but at the same time, they've got little quirks that I don't like about it, which is straight up sending fucking Bitcoin from the Zelcore wallet out. They're not even fucking SegWit. That is bullshit. They should be integrating the fucking latest variation. Fucking Bitcoin is backwards compatible without an issue. You can sit there and do a legacy fucking wallet and send to a SegWit. There is no excuse. Fucking, I sent Bitcoin there on a test. It is high fucking gas fees to bring it back out. I'm not happy about that with Zelcore. So that's my beef with Zelcore on that one. They can fucking do better. Otherwise, they've got a decent product. Okay, that's my that's my little rant on them. But that wasn't even supposed to be part of this. But anyway, but it's like everybody needs to be sitting there and kind of moving forward, kind of treating the fucking exchanges like fucking hot potato. Don't be putting your shit up on there. All these little fucking yield farming and all this fucking interest rate back to you is bullshit scams. This is the great purging, guys. We are going to be seeing more and more of these fucking companies get taken down. Grayscale Bitcoin, which is a futures derivative, they have been trading at a fucking discount compared to Bitcoin. They are crashing out. If they don't get, if they don't, they're going to be next. And I know, I have a feeling, and I can't confirm it yet. I'm hearing grumblings. I'll just put it that way. That Crypto.com is having an issue. So be careful with even Crypto.com. Do not be touching this. Now, if some of these bigger players that are left topple over, Bitcoin will stay in this bearish cycle for a little longer, and we will kiss the $12,000 Bitcoin, no doubt. We might even it might even trigger a no, I think a lot of people have flipped ultra. We're seeing we're seeing ultra bearish people putting in super longs on here. I'm thinking the short side of this is getting a little overheated at this point. We'll have to see. But yeah, I mean, like again, every one of you guys, I feel bad for you if this contagion hits you. But for everybody else, if you've got fucking coin laying anywhere, all of these places are kind of tied in. It looks like the one that I don't see tied in with very many places is Binance. Not that I'm saying Binance is safe at all. Do not fucking get me wrong with this one. I do not believe that Binance is safe in any way, shape, or form. I think until this great purging happens and gets finished, I should say, the purging finishes, and these people fucking figure out what the hell they're doing in the market. I know this is going to usher in fucking regulation. I just hope the regulation stays on the exchange side, and that's where it is, because that's the on-ramp. Let these people sit there and regulate the on-ramp and not off-ramp. I don't care about that. I'll go play in the middle, and I'll never come off. Like, I'm wondering about keeping my RTM in Indos. I'm pretty much almost completely out of shitcoins. I am more heavy Bitcoin right now than I am shitcoin. For a little while there, it was the other way around, but I was playing in the shitcoin market. But I'll tell you what, I've been making, I've been building a freaking facility, so I've been like, I don't have much left. So I mean, it's like, whatever, you know, I'm just gonna build. I'm gonna sit here and build and keep building until I run out of money. That's all I can do, you know. It's all I can do at this point. I mean, there's certain positions that I have that I'm just like my Doge position. I've never thought it would be worth what it is now, so I figure it's all 100% gains at this point. But I would be really kind of telling people at this point, if it was me, I would be consolidating everything into either dollars or into Bitcoin. So if I had to pick 4 places that I would be leaving my wealth around, it would be gold, silver, Bitcoin, or cash at this moment. Uh, it's like can the market go down a little bit lower? Yes, I really think it can at this point. I don't think the full bloodbath is completely over at this point, unfortunately. But I mean, it's not all doom and gloom, guys. It is not all doom and gloom. I will guarantee you this. I mean, there are people who, I mean, there are shitcoiners that are thinking that Ethereum's bottom is in. No, it's not. They don't got any fucking users. I think this is their market top. Let's put it that way. I think this is their market top. There's no more value in Ethereum. You had big Ethereum people like myself that took the funds that he had, and instead of staking it, he made a Bitcoin mining facility out of it. Oops. Yeah, exactly, Crypto Craig. It's like a lot of these things might seem cool. Okay, don't be tricked. I'm telling you that right now, guys. For the OGs that have been here, we've seen these fucking market cycles. We screamed from the fucking top of the mountain, going, stop investing in these fucking shit coins. You are going to lose your money. And people are like, but I like it, and I think it's interesting, and I'd like to support it. And I'm like, okay, think of that as going up onto Kickstarter, okay? You're throwing your money in there, and you're just basically lighting it on fire. Not saying that none of them ever work out, not saying that you can't make money off of them. This ain't the market to do it. If it's more than a one-trick pony, again, and it's selling a service or an actual product, and if they're selling an actual service or a product, why the coin? I have to question the validity of the coin at that point. Why the coin? Now, if you're trying to be like, if they're trying to have a company and they're trying to be like Steam, so like, you know, you guys put your money in a Steam, you have a balance on there, and as long as you use the internal token, you get discounts on their services or products. Okay, you sold me. Now you're talking about a small niche within inside of a company. You're talking about an internal thing that never really leaves the company. You're good to go. You know, at that point, I don't look at it as being anything more than having a few bucks left on Steam. You can't really pull it off of Steam, but it's there for you to use. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what I think of with like products like that. Like, I take my payouts on Zelcore, and I don't have a problem with Zelcore outside of they need to integrate SegWit with Bitcoin on their platform. That is kind of makes it to where I really don't want to use it, and that's just me being honest. Not only that, you've got to trust that they haven't backdoored it on you. I don't know code well enough, and I don't to be able to siphon through their codex and see if there is any backdoors or anything like that. I always, like, when it comes to a third party, I always question. Unless it's a Bitcoin Core wallet that I have physical control over. You know, where I programmed my own Raspberry Pi for it. So I mean, there are small little issues that I have with pretty much every shitcoin or every platform outside of Bitcoin that's in the crypto space. It's like, why the token, and why such a niche product? Your niche product is not going to reach the general public. Take, for instance, something that, because I know the dev team and everything, they're good people. Tron Black is awesome. That's Ravencoin. They're a niche product that doesn't need to exist. I hate to say that. They do not need to be there. I think the product's cool, but being a Bitcoiner, it's just a crypto product that's very niche. Fine, I could play with it and stuff like that, whatever. But to record asset ownership on the blockchain, why? I've got a car. Why would I want to use that? I have a physical paper that needs to be, signed, sent off to the state, sent back to me, that proves my vehicle ownership is mine. How is, until somebody steps up and starts going, hey, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. This is how we're going to integrate it outward. They're now going to exclusively store their data with us. Okay, now you're starting to reach out and make a product. And that's the step that Ravencoin's missing, is it's not a product that they're selling out to the public. And basically, in order to really sell it out to the public, you got to get the state officials on board with it. Good luck. That's why the project stagnated. It's not going anywhere. And now they're trying to, you can build everything else that you can build there on us. That doesn't work either. Now you're playing. Now you're looking desperate, trying to get more users to come on board. It's like they need to sit there and figure out how they can make it a sellable product so that it can actually generate revenue. Period. I don't care. That's point blank and simple. All these places that, all these exchanges, they need to stick with their product. Their product is selling crypto. Their product is selling Bitcoin. They want to keep on selling crypto, they're going to get fucking burned like this all the time. But if they sit there and stick with Bitcoin, they're even if they dabble in the fucking shitcoin market and they're offering you shitcoins, whatever. You want to buy them, that's on you. You want to lose your money with that. It's not a safe bet long term. That's a short time frame versus Bitcoin's long time frame, right? And with that being said, when you're looking at the short time frame, you got to play in that short time frame too. Be ready to execute and sell. Emotions off. Do not think about it. It sneezes the wrong way, you're out. You're out before you hit your bottom line number. I know a lot of people have blown past that. Oh yeah, fuck Vitalik. There's so much shit going on, even with him. That's a mega centralized blockchain, filled with fucking trading bots and fucking just scams. And the house of cards on that one's fucking falling apart too. There are a lot of fucking places that are fucking not gonna be happy moving forward. A person that's not going to be happy moving forward will be Scam Bank and Fraud. He will be, regulators want him to testify in a securities case now. So Republicans are now going after Scam Bankman Fraud for violations of state securities before the troubled exchange filed for bankruptcy protection. So they're now wondering if they got their if they got their request in soon enough. before he went into bankruptcy protection. And so now he's going to try. The lawyers are going to try to hide him, basically. The Democrats are going to basically try to hide him. With the amount of key players and the amount of money he dropped in, he might have bought amnesty from this. That is a potential from this. And unfortunately, we probably, I would say we got another 2 months of fallout from this, guys. So either we're going to just continue to trade sideways here with a lot of chop, or there'll be another bigger player that drops off, and we have that last little bit of dip that will cause the rest of them to drop off, and then we'll be in another about 18-month-ish bear market. Congratulations, scammers. You fucked everybody. And what did you get out of it this time? This scammer's going to get fucking nothing. He's going to be broke. Broke. But another thing that's going to be really cool here, I kind of try to bring in some positive stuff here. So here's some positive news to all of you guys. Boom. Brazil approves bill regulating use of Bitcoin as payment, guys. Yo, this is huge. So Brazilian lawmakers have approved a complete regulatory framework for the trading and use of cryptocurrencies in the country. Voted on Tuesday evening in Brazil. The new rules recognize Bitcoin as a digital representation of the value that can be used as a means of payment and investment assets in South American nations. Yo! Right? Oh, GPU Jesus statue. But the bill tasks the executive branch with selecting governance bodies to oversee the market. So they're just going to make sure that the market players that are involved, like, you know, if I was a vendor out there and you were a customer to me in South America, that we were both playing on the same rules, right? I'm not scamming you. You're not trying to scam me. Everybody's on the up and up. Cool. Probably a lot of KYC too. I'm just going to point that out there. On ramps and off ramps, you're going to be KYC'd like a motherfucker. So don't think that you're going to get these dark crypto unless you're mining virgin Bitcoin. We'll just put it out there like that. So when the expectation is that the Central Bank of Brazil will be in charge when Bitcoin is used as payment, while the country's Security and Exchange Commissions will be the watchdog when it's used as an investment asset. Both the BCB and the CVM, alongside with the Federal Tax Authority, help lawmakers craft the overhaul legislation. So they basically stated out some regulatory framework that the United States has been avoiding doing, which has been harvesting more scams. We have more scams in crypto here in the United States than a lot of other areas because of defined regulatory framework. I hate to say it, it needs to be regulated like it's the stock exchange, but not overregulated to death. It just needs to make sure that everybody's on a level playing field. That's all it needs to be done. Nothing hot and heavy-handed regulatory that's going to stomp out any kind of innovation. So that's the one thing I don't want to see is the lack of innovation, the censorship, right, in the crypto market. I hate to see that, but I still will dog on the crypto market because they're not making a product or a service that's usable outside the doors of their ecosystem. If they can't do an outside reach, it's got to be able to hit my little brother without him doing many steps. You know, it's got to be able to hit my mom very easily. Very easily. Something that she doesn't even have to think about. She's just going to instinctively use it like a phone app. Until that happens, we're not going to see any real progress in the crypto market. I think that's like the Achilles heel on the whole crypto market versus Bitcoin. as I'm sitting here talking about it, Coinbase is trying to send me, welcome to advanced trade. No, thank you. I don't use your product. See, Coinbase has a product at least. But so home to the, they have a very vibrant crypto economy in Brazil. So it's not a lot of your poorest countries are the ones that are going to be utilizing Bitcoin for payments, right? You're not going to see them fucking really utilizing shit coins. They're going to be using Bitcoin over the Lightning Network. These people see fucking huge value in that, especially being able to use it on the most powerful computer everybody carries around with them at all times. So even in South America, that it is a great way to be able to. I mean, that's in Africa. In Africa, it is another place that's great to be utilizing Bitcoin. They do it on their phones. It's the easiest way to fucking transact with people. You take Bitcoin, psh, I got you. Click. You know? So, I mean, it's like you see your local people utilizing it as a day-to-day transactions outside of your currency. You best to get hip with the times and start offering it. And what's nice about it is Brazil is also one of the countries that went down to El Salvador during the summertime. One of 40 nations that went down there and talked with the president Nayib Bukele in El Salvador, who, as we all know, made Bitcoin legal tender. He's ahead of his fucking time with this one. Here we got Brazil was one of them that was there. And all these places basically just needed to know how they did the framework. Once you figure out how to do the framework, it's easy to implement. Period. And more of these poorest countries that have been hit the hardest with fucking inflation. These are going to be the people that are going to be begging and pleading for the Bitcoin standard. That's just how it's going to be, point blank. And as these countries get just annihilated with the dollar milkshake, where everybody puts their currency into the milkshake and only one person gets to drink the liquidity back out of it, and the United States always wins. We're now seeing that everybody's starting to go, I can't handle that. I'm going to be homeless and hungry if I continue to use the dollar system. I need to use something that no country has any freaking control over. That's going to be the way moving forward. We had a separation of church and state, right? Why? Because the church was starting to take in too much power and trying to influence too much will over the regulations. We needed to separate that. Okay, cool. Now we need to go one step further. We need to separate the state from the money completely. The Federal Reserve System is no good whenever we got federal oversight committees that are basically giving, federal oversight from, for us in the United States. It's going to be the House and the Senate. They are going to be sitting there and influencing or, passing bills that are going to force the Federal Reserve to print money. It's like the theft of the U.S. started in 1913 when the Federal Reserve Act was created. That's when the U.S. started losing its money. Not the government, the people. The working class people were being robbed from 1913 all the way until now. We've lost more than 98% of the U.S. dollar value. I mean, think about it this way. Earning $1,000 for the year would have been the equivalent of about $150,000 a year pay. You were making good money if you made $1,000 a year. Poor people lived on $500 for about $350 to $500 back at that time. and we had a hustling and bustling fucking economy with paved roads. So a lot of this shit we did not need to be giving the government that much power to be able to print money at will. Here we are today. Everybody that fucking goes onto a pure, it's like we in the United States we've had a few instances where we've basically have committed crimes, right? 1913, that was a crime. I think it 1929 to 34 with the first quantitative easing, and going on to the Bretton Woods system, and then 1971 going on to a pure fiat standard where we depegged the dollar from gold. And we went from money to currency. And once you go to currency doesn't last more than typically right around 51 years. Do the math on that. 51 years. Yeah. Most nation states, without having, and now I'm not saying that they go away, okay? But they go into a cycle where that region goes under a new reform. And that's usually about 250 years-ish at the most. 250-ish years. It depends on when you want to start the clock, but anywhere from, we'll be looking at 2023 to 2028 is going to be the region that we hit that 250-year cycle. So yeah, I think we are at, it's like we might be repeating what the Romans did, basically. But what's good about this, everybody kind of get a little closer, guys. We're all into Bitcoin. This means we already know the lifeboat. We know where the lifeboat is. All we have to do is just get on it. That's it. I like my buddy's heavily armed clown. He's like, get on zero. I'm like, looked at him weird the first time, and he's like, yeah, get on zero. He's like, yeah, get on $0 fucking dollars, dude, and get on pure Bitcoin. I was like, bro, man, that's a ballsy fucking move if the fucking market tanks. It's like, just got to deal with it. I kind of did the polar plunge myself, and I'm dealing with it. It sucks. But you know what? Get on zero, right? We're trying to unbank the banked. Trying to give the power back to the people. That power that the oligarchs think that you're too irresponsible to be able to handle. That's what this is all about. Oh shit. It's like as a part of your representation in court, they were also expressed our intentions to request approval from the court to restore withdrawal activities for BlockFi wallet and accounts. Yeah, that's if they have the crypto there. Because if they do a bank run and they don't have enough crypto there for all the accounts, then they can't open up they can't restore withdrawals if there's not enough Bitcoin for everybody. So if BlockFi can restore withdrawal activities, that means that people can that they have enough Bitcoin for everyone. One, right? That's step one. Step two is, of course, if they got enough in there, and it just bankrupts them in the process of it. What I mean by bankrupt, like they go to a net of zero. They break even. That's bust. You just rolled snake eyes. So if they roll snake eyes with it and they got nothing left in their war chest, that's on them for being a inefficient business that's been insolvent for quite some time. They've had issues for a while, and I have blown the whistle on this a few times. I'd have to go through archives of fucking videos to figure out where I talked about it first. I don't remember off the top of my head, to be honest. But I did sit there and actually discuss at the time whenever BlockFi needed a bailout. They needed a bailout, and I feel bad for you, Golden Wolf, and the marketing. Shame on the marketing team for tricking you, and shame on whoever you were watching that was a long arm of the marketing team that was on YouTube that might have been talking about it too. I guarantee you it was not fucking me. I've had small little issues. Like I tried setting up an account for the Family Mine. Thank God I didn't. And it was a pain in the ass because their application was fucking severely broken. And I couldn't send. I couldn't get Mikkel to interface with it properly. You would think a big badass fucking crypto company would figure it out how to make a company that has owners in 2 different locations and allow them to set it up. They have it there, but it doesn't fucking work. So thank God it didn't fucking work. That was probably a blessing in disguise for me. But it's like just moving forward, you know. It's like it's like it was Vosk. Oh my God. And Vosk was getting paid to shill it. So yeah, no remorse on that one for him. And I hate to take that stance, you know. It's like anybody that was fucking shilling this shit without fucking talking, without themselves doing the research or disclosing in how much they were getting fucking paid in order to fucking talk about it as much as they were. And whenever I see those same crypto influencers that were peddling the fucking these bullshit places for all of you awesome fucking people to be throwing your hard-earned fucking money into, when I see them get burned in the long run, I don't feel bad for them, because they were shilling it, they were getting paid to shill it, and that's ultimately the price they get to fucking pay. You know, if they were naive enough to think that this was a legit business move, like, yep, lesson learned. Yeah, for sure. It's like I know people look at me like I'm a weirdo whenever I'm sitting here talking about it like this. And you know, being in the industry since 2018, I've been around enough to see a lot of these collapses. Not knowing when each one of you guys got involved, right? And trying to not, and without passing judgment on your, you know, it's like, again, you know, some of this falls upon each and every one of us, because we're supposed to do our due diligence on investing where we put our money to make sure that we are putting it in a good spot, right? If we've got to trust somebody. And yes, it does fall upon us to a point. But if part of your research is going to these crypto influencers that are supposed to be biased, they're supposed to sit there and objectively take their poking stick and try to poke holes into the company's story. We're supposed to be a tool to help you guys make the best informed decision. And it seemed like the best informed decision was easily bought out, unfortunately. And we still see, you know, thousands and millions of people still watching those channels, even though they consistently get people burned. I mean, look at fucking BitBoy. How many people have been burned by BitBoy's fucking yip-yapping on fucking YouTube? Thousands of fucking people have been burned, scammed, and he just looks at them, you should have done your research. And it's like, bro, you were part of the research. Where was your research? Where was your, you know, it's like, we're supposed to be journalistic at the same time, to a point. You know, when we're doing, it's like if I'm not doing complete hardware news, you're talking about going into the role of journalism. Period. So, you know, it's like as a crypto influencer, you're supposed to sniff around. Oh, you want to pay me? That's fine. Know that I'm going to give a very objective fucking opinion. I'm going to poke and prod around your shit. You got code base that I can go take a look at. I'll find somebody that can help me look at this. Somebody that probably knows a little bit better than me. See if they can find anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's the research that we're supposed to be bringing to you guys, not this, oh, check this out. You can invest into here, and I did that yesterday, and look how much I'm making today. It's kind of weird to see that in this. And once you've gone through the market cycle and you've been burned. And it's not like I haven't been fucking burned myself. I got fucking taken for fucking 3 Bitcoin. I'm honest about it. It was on a fucking GPU fucking sale from China. I got fucking scammed. Period. About 3 Bitcoin. Yep. Happens to the fucking best of us. Not everybody is, you know, I don't proclaim to be this super genius. Fucking happens. You know? All you can do is fail fast, you know, fail often, fail hard, and fail forward. You know, always fail forward. It's a learning experience. Well, I know one way not to do it again, right? It's usually how it goes. So, I mean, it's like, I always feel bad when anybody fucking sits there and they get burned in these situations. But you know, it's like there are lights at the end of the tunnel. You know, you're gonna learn something from it, and I'm not talking to just you, Golden Wolf. But I mean, we all are gonna sit there and learn valuable lessons from this. And you know, it's like I don't want anybody to ever beat themselves up because they made a bad decision. You did the best decision with the information that you were given at the time. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it just means now you know, hey, look, I scratched the surface of the research that I should have done. I now know how to dig a little deeper. I now know where to look for some of this information. I am a better person today. And just hope that I hope for anybody that goes through that experience that it doesn't cost them a whole lot of money. Hopefully this, you know, that it isn't a hugely painful experience. For me, it was a $60,000 experience. To put it in perspective, Bitcoin was at 20 grand when I did that. So that was a $60,000 loss that I took right off the top. So, I mean, we all go through it. We all go through it. I tried to buy a fucking Squirrel FPGA right as they went belly up. That was $4 grand. Gone. Just like that. You know, they went bankrupt. I'll be lucky to get pennies on a dollar. If I get fucking $500 out of the deal, I will be doing good. Like, I'm always curious what people in the U.S. use to buy Bitcoin with U.S. dollars. I mean, the most, I mean, how can I put this? You can sit there and buy Bitcoin off Coinbase, but don't leave it there. Not your keys, not your coin. So, I mean, yeah, you can sit there and utilize US Binance. I have no problem with people utilizing whatever exchange that's legally able to operate in your country. In order for them to take dollars, they have to be under regulation, a regulatory body of some sort. Just don't leave anything there. You know, money in, money out. You know, if my money sits on the exchange for 15 minutes, I have a fucking panic attack. Oh yeah. Gemini is all in this. Gemini is so into this too. They had FTT token on their balance sheets. Gemini is fucked. Gemini, Poloniex, Kraken, they are all fucked. We are now going to see how badly fucked these exchanges really are. And as we see with, you know, the portfolio thing here, let's go back up here. One of the portfolio ones, here's Coinbase. Right here. They got, and they got FTX on here. You can't get any more fucking shady as this. All of these fucking places, they've been trying to secretly bail themselves out for fucking gambling in the DeFi market. Celsius was the canary in the coal mine. Just think about that. Celsius was the canary in the coal mine. And hopefully this doesn't screw, you know, with Celsius. Hopefully this doesn't screw over Core Scientific, a really big Bitcoin mining company. You know, it's like there's a lot of fucking shit still going, a big shit storm still coming. So I wouldn't leave your money anywhere, guys. You can buy as much as you want. You could do ATMs, but they're a little pricey on the fees. But you know, utilize Binance, utilize Coinbase. Money in, money out. Before you sit there and send money around on there, you do a little research on that company real quick. Make sure they're not insolvent yet. I'm just saying that's pure alpha right there. If you're going to use any kind of an exchange with your dollars, either onboarding or offboarding, do a real quick research, make sure they're not insolvent, and then you put the money in, buy your Bitcoin, send it the fuck out of there. I'm telling you that. This is advice right here. This is pure alpha advice. But thank you everybody that's been here. I've had my little soapbox for today. Ooh, yeah. I told you I was gonna get, like, if anybody was here in the morning while I was working out, you would have heard me. I started off going, man, I'm gonna fucking rant. I'm gonna rant and rave. I'm gonna get on a soapbox today. So this was my soapbox. You know, it's like, am I pissed off at the market? No, it's just stupid people playing in the market. This is paper Bitcoin getting burnt. So as long as none of us are playing with paper Bitcoin, we will never have a problem. Only play with genuine Bitcoin. If it's not Joe Keys, it's fucking paper Bitcoin that's insolvent. And we're going to find out if everybody that's got paper Bitcoin in their wallets. For sure. Everybody drop some FAs in the Chizity chat, guys. It's not all doom and gloom. We're just purging the market out. I almost got on to work out, but was too sleep when oh no. Yeah, FA everybody in the Chizity chat, because you guys are rated F for fucking awesome. Yo, and there will be some updates soon with the mining facility. We'll give some amazing updates soon. I'll probably put a little article together for the Patreons. Patreons will be able to find this out. Yeah, I like how this works. So I will definitely be putting out a little article on some updates with the family mine. For all of you awesome Patreon people, for all of you wrenches. We'll be giving soon. This is the announcement for the announcement. Oh, you just got Justin Sun from Tron, because he always makes an announcement for the announcement for the announcement for the announcement that he'll make another announcement later on for the announcement of the thing that he wants to talk about, but it's just another announcement. Yeah, little shade at Justin Sun. He's a character himself, hilarious. Nothing that I would ever invest in. But you guys all rock. Thank you for being here. And definitely smash that Lizzie like button. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification. All that good stuff. And like always, peace out. Stay savage. And, join the Patreon. Get into the pseudo hasher cheer, especially if you want to mine at the facility. Yo, we're coming fucking soon. Got some big stuff cooking in the background. Oh, man. Like, coming into December, man, it's going to be a holiday for me and Mikkel to remember. We got awesome people in the community. Yeah. I want to talk about every bit of it. But not yet. Soon. With that, my friends, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Stay savage.